Hello, jagiyas. Welcome back to another drawing video with me. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Rather than drawing food like I always do, we are going to draw a portrait of Koo Ryeon from the K-drama Tomorrow. So, once again, you know the drill. Take out your pen, pencils, whatever you use to make art, and just follow along with me. And while you're at it, go put on some nice music. I chose Tomorrow OSTs, and grab your tissue because you're gonna cry. And here's me wiping your tears away because this is going to be you after you watch this drama. And it's actually also to wipe off your oil pastels if you're using it. This is the reference I'm going to be using. I had a hard time choosing, but I picked this one at the end because, oh my god, woman in suits. Okay, now do your sketch and boom! You got the sketch. Nice, nice. There is honestly something very wrong with me right now, but that's okay. That's okay. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about Tomorrow. And I'm gonna do like a little bit of like a review, a little bit of a rant, just whatever I want to say about this drama. But don't worry if you're planning to watch this and you haven't, or like, you're considering watching it because, I'm very, very convincing later on. Yeah, don't worry because this video is going to be spoiler free, hopefully, because I am not too sure about that. This is honestly, this is why, like, whenever I watch a drama or I read a book, I always go into it blindly because I consider everything a spoiler. But I will give you the basic premise about it and I won't go into detail, so don't worry guys, this is gonna be spoiler free. And again, hopefully. So Tomorrow is a K-drama starring Kim Hee-sun, Rowoon, Yoon Ji-yeon, and Lee Soo-hyuk. And this drama has about 16 episodes, each episode ranging from like an hour or so, a typical length for a K-drama episode. And this drama is already completed, so you can go like watch it like right now. You can just like drop everything and go watch it right now. But what this drama is about is basically we have Choi Jun-woong, our main character, who is played by Rowoon, and he's desperately looking for a job. But at the end of the day, he ended up getting into a coma after attempting to save a man from jumping off a bridge. And so, in a twist of events and how he ended up meeting Koo Ryeon, the character that I'm drawing right now, as well as Ryunggu, he ends up working for this afterlife company called jumadang that handles souls. So what is jumadang exactly? So again, it's an afterlife company, and you can consider the workers as grim reapers. I mean, that is what they actually are. So these grim reapers are workers in this company called jumadang. There is like the director, also known as the Jade Emperor. And what they do is that they work like a company. So we have the escort team and they do normal Grim Reaper stuff. They collect souls. There is also the editing team where this team would edit like short clippets and highlights of someone's life, and that they would show it the moment your life flashes when you're about to die. Yeah, and I know if you're Muslim and you might be thinking like that's not how it works, and yes, that's actually not how it works. But for the sake of this fantasy story, let's just keep it at that. So Choi Jun-woong, right? He ends up joining the risk management team, and the risk management team is a newly formed team that is in charge of helping people who are thinking and are about to unalive themselves by, interfering with their life or interfering with their situation in some kind of way. So yeah, despite Koo Ryeon and Ryunggu's complaints, because well, they were technically responsible for Junwoong's half and half situation. Like he's half alive, half dead. He's kind of in the afterlife, but he's not exactly dead because he's in a coma. So he ends up becoming a temporary Grim Reaper alongside Koo Ryeon and Ryunggu in the risk management team. So the cool thing about this drama is the fact that it gives a twist to the concept of Grim Reapers. So, we of course have the usual Reapers, right? The ones who escort the souls after people die. But the RM team are in charge of helping people to not die. So, how it works is that the RM team, the risk management team, has an app that can detect negative energy, and their job is to lower it so that it goes back down to the green zone, which means that they're not so suicidal anymore. And each and every episode introduces us to a new case in which the RM team are in charge of. And all of these cases that they present is an actual social issue within society, like bullying and eating disorders, to name a few. So, how do they interfere exactly? How do they bring down the negative energies of these people? Well, they got some magic, except for Choi Jun-woong, because again, he's a half and half. So yeah, they have teleportation, they have the ability to freeze time, though there are a few restrictions to it, like how you should avoid the people on the land of the living from seeing it. And in fact, CCTVs can capture these powers, so you'll see the RM team running around a lot instead of teleportation. And oh my god, okay, here's the interesting thing about why the risk management team is formed in the first place. They wanted to reduce the overcrowding of hell. And I'm just there like, we're a bunch of sinners. But it's also because of the rising cases of suicide that's currently happening. So that is why. I think another thing that is funny about the RM team is the fact that sometimes they have to act as interns in a company so that they actually get a glimpse of what exactly is the problem that is going on in the person's life. I think what's cool about this drama is the fact that they present you a different troubled character in each episode, or sometimes it takes two, and you get to see a new motivation as to why these characters are suicidal or why they attempted suicide in the first place. So these episodes can get very intense and they explore taboo topics that can be extremely difficult to watch. This drama gives you a glimpse into what goes on in the minds of those who are suicidal. You get to understand what's pushing them to that thought and how much they wish to just end it all. But this drama isn't entirely serious. It doesn't always have this serious note on. There are actually like pretty lighthearted scenes as well. There is a lot of comedic relief actually. And although I would say that once you get to like the climax, when you're in like the 12 or 13 episode, things start to get really heavy, honestly. Another thing about this drama is that it doesn't have a very intricate storyline. It still has plot, because later on you slowly get to see the dark backstories of our beloved Grim Reapers, and I tell ya that the waterworks for this one is real. Like, you'll soon be looking like Lee Soo-hyo in this clip right now. And like, dude, I've never cried this hard after Miracle Cell number 7. So like, if you cried like a baby over Miracle Cell number 7, then this one will make you cry. And if you haven't watched Miracle Cell number 7, you should go watch it. Go support Yeso. She acted in there. She'll tell you that, oh look, she got a Sailor Moon kabang. Go support my baby. And speaking of Yeso and her being a child actor, there is Kal So-won in Nail as well. Kal So-won was the main female lead in Miracle Cell number 7, and she also acted in Nail. So I feel like at this point, she is the source of my sadness. And let me just say that this drama got some really hot main leads. So like, I know that's not very important, but in case you're like wondering, they're pretty hot, okay? And I know some of y'all are gonna be like, how about the romance? Tell me about the romance. And in this case, well, romance isn't a major part in this drama, but there is quite a few. There is an episode dedicated to this couple, and I would say that the main leads actually get entangled in some sort of love story. And if you love pain, and if you're like a slow burn lover, if you like the angst, if you like slow burn, if you love the tension, all about that thing, you will love this one. You will love this one. It's they don't put emphasis on the romance anyway, because this is a serious drama, okay? But there is romance, and yeah, just in case you're wondering. So this drama is actually like wrapped up in a few controversies, and the controversies, I would say, they're not so serious. I would say ever since this drama started airing, its viewer rating has always been like wobbly. It's been like wavering, because Koreans, the Korean netizens don't really like watching Nail. They just simply don't like it. And excuse me. So, yeah, Koreans don't really like watching this drama, and a lot of people theorize and said that maybe the reason why they don't really want to watch it is because it reflects actual issues that goes on in their society. And this doesn't only happen in Korea, really. It happens all over the world, but I guess because there's an emphasis on, how it happens in Korea, so that is that. And this drama does have a BTS related controversy. Armies started to give 1-star reviews on Google for this drama because of something. To give a few criticism regarding this drama, because although I absolutely love this drama, I have an obsession and I am still not over it, there are a few things that I like to point out. Number one, I think the acting is kind of stale at times. Ooh, and we're not only talking about that one particular guy, okay? We're talking about like the main leads. It's, in the first few episodes, like, I'm not saying they're bad at acting and it's completely like kayu. It's not, because like they're experienced actors and actresses, okay? But sometimes like there'll be some scenes where I'm like, is that really all you got? Like, I feel like they could have put just a little bit more. I don't know whether it's because of their acting or it's because of the script, because of their dialogue, but yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh honey, like give me a little bit more, Number two, the editing at some parts can be kind of funky, especially during the fight scenes. And speaking of the fight scenes, the fight choreo is also funky, but that's okay because this is not the high and low series. And yeah, this drama isn't about the fighting scenes anyway. And there's a whole lot of choking. And yeah, I thought I should bring that up. And number 4, the progress from the climax to the ending was pretty rushed. But if you're an avid K-drama watcher, you would know that a lot of K-dramas don't know how to end their stories well. And this is the same case. I mean, the ending wasn't so bad to me. It's just a little bit rushed. Yeah. Overall, this drama is a heavy one, and it weighed down a lot on me as the drama progresses. It puts into perspective on how desperately some people are holding on to survive. And even for those who are content with their life, it's a great reminder to us to value life and to be empathetic. This drama is a fantasy, and yet it reflects reality so well. You know, at the end of the day, what saved these characters are not some mythical magical being that just magically stopped the negative thoughts. It isn't as simple as that, but the kind words they wanted to hear. There are many instances where we get to see how much these words weigh in possibly saving someone close to the edge. And we get to see a lot of these kind of revelations through the dialogues and some of the things that these characters have said. What saves people is not your powers, but the weight of your words. Our job is to offer them comfort, sympathy, and support rather than a solution. Those things can be difficult to come by in this harsh world. And besides that, I think this drama also encapsulates the conflict in which how people view suicide, as seen in the scene between Park Jung-gil, which is played by Lee Soo-hyuk, as well as Koo Ryeon. In the dialogues, how is taking your own life any different from murder? It is the most selfish act with no consideration of the pain of those left behind. In which Koo Ryeon responds, it is the final cry for help from those who wish to live more than anyone else. One thing to note is that this drama will give you emotional damage because again, it explores heavy topics and it can be very triggering. So I would say if these topics are triggering to you, then I suggest you to not watch it. But if you can handle it and if you think you can, I suggest you to not binge this whole drama in one go because watching multiple of these in one sitting is going to be very draining. So instead, it is better that you consume these episodes one at a time. It allows you to take a breather, a chance for the weight of the episodes to just sink in. Yep, because this is me. This is me after finding out about the Grim Reaper's backstories. This was me the night I watched that particular episode. Yeah, and like just thinking about it is bringing back memories. Oh my god. So let me just give you a little brief list on why you should watch tomorrow. Number 1, it opens up your eyes about social issues that are actually happening and you might not really understand. Number 2, each episode presents a good moral value and it gives you another great reminder to live. Number 3, the amazing chemistry among the cast. And arguably, this is what draws viewers back to watch more. And number 4, because there's Lee Soo-hyuk. Happy birthday, my dude. Your birthday is today. Let's go. He is my current obsession. And just an added, if you're a fantasy, go ahead and support SF9's acting career. But if you don't want to, it's whatever, because I myself don't watch a lot of dramas with SF9 in it. But it's okay because I need more music. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Do consider subscribing and liking this video and sharing it to a friend who might be interested in watching this. Yeah, thanks.